It was the sudden appearance of a warp storm at the Kaurava system's outer edge that first caught the attention of the Imperium, and not just the Imperium. After hundreds of years under the neglectful watch of the Imperial Guard, nearly every force in the galaxy would descend upon the planet of Kaurava, bent only on domination and victory. 3 races had long dwelled in there. The Imperial Guard, its supposed rulers, the Orc tribes of Kaurava II, which the Guard had never successfully put down, and the Necron, who had slept undisturbed for untold millennia beneath Kaurava III. Where the Chaos Marines came from, or how, none can say. Did the Warp Storm bring them, or did they bring the Warp Storm? Both appeared suddenly on Kaurava IV, and in an eye blink, half the system's Imperial forces were gone, killed or claimed by the madness of chaos. In quick succession, the others flocked to Kaurava. The Space Marines, the Imperium's super soldiers, descended on Kaurava II, planning to finally cleanse the system, both of the troublesome Orcs and the Chaos Marines, the sworn mortal enemies. The DoW appeared next, not far above, on one of the planet's moons. In the interests of protecting its ordered empire from the effects of human folly, the DoW came seeking to contain the Warp Storm, and in so doing, expand the territory's border. On their moon, they built a mighty fortress, and there forged a space cannon capable of interplanetary devastation. Among the wastes of Kaurava III, the Necrons, perhaps awakened by the disruptive forces of the Warp Storm, slowly massed their lethal legions. In quick response, webway gates, long unused, flickered to life, and Eldar poured forth, ready to battle their dark, death-dealing adversaries. Meanwhile, in the shadow of an ancient portal gate, the dark Eldar slipped stealthily out of the murky depths of the webway. They would be like carrion birds, flying above the battlefield, and when all were weary from the fight, make the battlefield into a feasting ground. Last to arrive, and perhaps most to be feared, were the Sisters of Battle, holy maidens and bearers of the God Emperor's faith. They had come to cleanse the system of corruption and filth. Their faith left them fanatical, unafraid of death and zealous in their cause. Nothing here was clean. All must be purged. Now, war rages anew, and only the victorious may write their history. Only the victorious will claim the planets of Kaurava.
Hey guys, Cookie here. Today I'm going to be doing a Let's Play commentary on Dawn of War Soulstorm. I'm sorry for the inactivity for the past 2-3 weeks. I just kind of been out of it for a bit, and so I had decided to do a little change of plans with the Let's Plays. At least for my Let's Plays, I decided to make it so that we have a variety and just do different kinds of games, you know. So I decided to start off with Blade Warband, and so right now I'm doing, as you can tell, Dawn of War Soulstorm, and yeah, and you know, just to get more variety into the channel, and just to get more stuff out there, and just see what people like, because I don't want to like make 100 episodes for a certain Let's Play only for it to get so many views and
welcome to the single player campaign,
not much attention as I would like for it to get. And so pretty much what I was just doing is choosing which faction I wanted to be. And if you've never played this game, there's 9 different factions, and the one I chose was Sisters of Battle, and they're like one of my least played character or factions, I'm usually either DoW, Space Marines, or Chaos. And also when I'm just screwing around, Orcs. This is like, the campaign is like Risk, is where you have different regions which have different varieties of strengths, and you have to conquer them, and it's pretty much like a tug of war kind of thing. You're trying to control, and the objective of the campaign is to control every region. It's not like capturing every region. It's more like destroying every faction. And so the thing about System Battle, they can have forward bases, as you can see. Instead of just starting off with that one main citadel, I can start off with Pristine Sanctuary, which is like your research facility, then your barracks, and your turrets, and plasma generators. So I just created some Seraphim squads, and my tactic for this game is just to rush and rush and rush and keep them in that little corner there. And since I've played the campaign before, I know where they're going to be, and so they're going to be in a little spot where I put the spawn marker. And so what I'm going to try to do is just keep them in there, and so that they won't expand into the different bases, because it gets really hard when you're in a map like this, for example, where there's multiple places. So you're going to have to like spread your army thin, which will leave you very vulnerable, and they'll have multiple bases, and it's annoying. So I'm just going to rush them and keep them in that one little square so they don't expand, and maybe they'll beat me up. But this is on easy, so I just, for Let's Play sakes, I decided to just make it on easy. And I just made some, we're creating some missionaries so that I can capture the strategic points and get some steady income, and and so I'll be a little bit more Seraphim, and so continue with my rush. And so the reason why I'm doing Let's Play for Dawn of War Soulstorm is because I know how old this game is. It's like, what, 5 years old? It's like in 07, and so somewhere around there, 07 or 8. I'm pretty sure it's not that old, but it's an old game, but it's still really fun. And so pretty much my cousin one day, who's good at PCU right now, he was just kind of talking to me one day. He was like, oh yeah, this game called Dawn of War, it's a really awesome game. He showed me it, and he had the Gold Edition, which was the original one, and also Winter Assault, which introduced the Imperial Guard. I don't know, I never played it. I'm just guessing from the cover that it has something to do with Imperial Guard. And so yeah, I decided to just go out to Target, and decided to get Dawn of War, and I just saw Dawn of War, or just like or just anything that said Dawn of War, and I got it. And at the time it was Soulstorm, and this was the last of the first Dawn of War, and so yeah, I just got it from Target, and I played it and I loved it, even though I had like a horrible laptop. But yeah, I was just hooked on it, and so as you can see right now, I've destroyed the little expansion there, and now I'm just kind of wrecking in their base, just assaulting them, killing all their and also putting them on assault or aggressive mode or whatever, which makes them automatically attack. So yeah, since I upgraded my Citadel, they instantly get the upgrade to, or the ability to be immune to damage and also increase their damage. So yeah, from experience of playing online, this is a very common tactic. It's just it's called Seraphim rushing. And where you have, of course, Seraphims, and you just like an onslaught into your enemies and just constantly use that immune hit damage, and it'll be annoying. And so it's kind of, I guess, like an equivalent to a Zerg Rush, but I don't know, it's just something like that. And so right now I'm just kind of upgrading them, deciding to give their superiors, or I don't know what they'd be called, their commander, I don't know, their sergeants for the Seraphim squads, better guns and swords, and a sword. And so yeah, since Seraphims are obviously more a shooting kind of unit, it'd be best if I just upgraded the pistol first, because as you can see, that pistol is like a bunch of damage. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I've destroyed them, destroyed their barracks, just kind of playing with them right now. They're just trying to futile attempt to kill me, and just these infernal pistols are just annihilating. And yeah, so pretty much that's just mostly it. Yeah, here's a nice view of the of the battlefield. And so yeah, this is also another reason why I really love this game, is because you can do this where you can move the camera around to make it look more like movie feel, or yeah, just kind of like a movie feel, and it looks really cool when you zoom in on an execution. It's just very, very badass. And so yeah, I've destroyed them and I've won, and so that is part 1 of our Dawn of War Soulstorm Let's Play. So please comment